Hello and welcome to second part of the module which is graph theory. So already we have seen some of the terminology related to graph theory concept. Now again we'll see the next terminologies. So terminology related to undirected graph. Uh, so we can consider here undirected graph. So first concept is adjacent vertex. So we can see U and V are adjacent. If U comma V is an edge, E. Uh, edge E is called incident with U and V, and U and V are endpoints. Okay, so let's suppose here U and V. Then these two vertex U and V are adjacent with each other when an edge E, so suppose this is an edge E, is incident with U and V. Okay, so this edge is incident with U and V, so that's why this U and V are adjacent vertex. Okay, so then second concept is degree of vertex. So this is very important concept as far as exam consider, if we consider exam, because many of the questions are based on this degree of vertex concept. Okay, so degree of vertex. So for vertex we call node also. U and V are the vertex and we call it as a node also. So degree of vertex, definition of this, the number of edges incident on the number of edges incident on a vertex that is called as degree of vertex. Okay, and when we consider loop, a loop contribute twice to the degree. Okay, that means whenever we consider loop, we call the degree of vertex twice. Okay, so suppose we have this graph G, it contains three vertex U, V and W, and these are the edges. Okay, so then degree of vertex U, so we can see here degree of U. What is the definition of the degree of vertex? The number of edges incident on a vertex. So number of edges, suppose consider vector this vertex U. How many edges are incident on this U? 2. So degree of U is 2. Then degree of V, how many edges are incident on this V1. Same way degree of W is also 1. And suppose one more vertex K is there, which is not connected with any edge, then degree of K, what is degree of K? Uh, by the definition of degree of vertex, the number of edges incident on a vertex. But here, when we consider this K, no edge is incident on this K. So degree of K is equal to 0. Okay. So by considering the same diagram, we have more definition. I think it is clear to all that how to get the degree of vertex. So this is in case of undirected graph. Okay, so we are looking undirected graph, and based on the undirected graph, we are uh, calculating the degree. So now we have different concept like pendant vertex, different terminology. Pendant vertex, when degree of any vertex is equal to 1, then it is called as pendant vertex. So here two vertex two vertex are pendant, V and W. So in this in this example graph, we have two vertex which is having degree 1, then it is called as pendant vertex. Okay, then isolated vertex. Okay, so isolated vertex, whenever any vertex is having degree 0, so here k is having degree of k is having 0. Okay, so this is called as isolated vertex. Why it is called as isolated? Because it is not connected to any other vertex. That means it is isolated from other vertex. So that's why it is called as isolated vertex. Okay, so uh, from this you can get the question like find out the isolated vertex, find out the pendant vertex from the graph, or you may get question like what is the definition for pendant vertex, isolated vertex. Okay, so this is about the computing the degree of vertex in case of undirected graph. Now we'll see the directed graph. Okay, so directed graph, uh, for the edge u comma v, u is adjacent to v or v is adjacent from v. So suppose we have this graph u and v, these are the two vertex, and edge is from u to v, and this is the direction. Okay, so suppose this is the edge e, then we call this diagram as a for the edge u comma v, u is adjacent to v, so we can say that u is adjacent to v, or in different terminology we can say that v is adjacent from u. Okay. Here we can say that u is initial vertex and v is terminal vertex. very simple case, directed graph. Okay, and we can say that u is adjacent to v. So whenever there is a direction from u to v, then you can say that u is adjacent to v, or v is adjacent from u. Okay. Then we have 2 degrees. In case of directed graph, we have 2 degrees. First one is called as out degree, so that we can represent as a minus symbol, and uh, in degree, that we can represent by using plus symbol. Okay. Uh, okay, sorry, I have given it wrongly. We can say over here plus and minus. Minus means we call it as a in degree, and plus means out degree. Okay, so in degree we can say that number of edges for which u is terminal vertex. Terminal means last. So in this diagram we can say that u and v, the direction is from u to v. Here v is the terminal vertex. So we are computing that number of edges for which u is the terminal vertex. So we are, for the in degree we consider this v. Okay, and for out degree, number of edges for which u is initial vertex. Okay, so here when we consider this u, in degree is 0 and out degree is 1. Okay, because it is the initial vertex. Okay, so again we'll take find out the in degree and out degree for both the vertex. So we can say that degree, in degree for u, in degree for v, out degree in degree for, sorry, out degree for u and out degree for v. Okay, you think about second, and you can write down the answer for this one. Okay, so I'll just tell you how to get the answer of this one. In degree, number of edges for which u is terminal vertex. So here this is not a terminal vertex, it is the initial vertex. So in degree is 0 and out degree is 1. For the case of v vertex, in degree is, this is the terminal vertex, in degree is 1 and out degree is 0. Okay, so this is how we compute. Again we'll take one more example and try to compute the in degree and out degree, u, v and w. Okay, so u is adjacent to v, then u is adjacent to w, v is adjacent to w. So these are the things. So we can say that degree in degree for u, in degree for u. So no any vertex means this is not a terminal vertex, so in degree is 0. Then in degree for v, okay, so in degree the terminal vertex, it is for one edge, so it is 1. Then in degree for w, it is equal to 2, because two vertex are coming, means w is terminal vertex for two edges. Okay, and then out degree for u, so initial vector for two arrows. Okay, so out degree for u is 2. Then out degree for v, out degree, so initial vector for one arrow, so it is equal to 1. And out degree for w is 0, because no any vertex is going out from the w. Okay, so this is how we compute the uh, degree for directed and undirected graphs. Okay, now we can see the theorems of undirected graphs. Okay, so theorem 1, and this theorem name of theorem is the handshaking this is very useful theorem. Many a times we use this theorem, handshaking theorem. Okay, so the theorem is 2e is edges is equal to summation for all vertex v, small v belongs to capital V. So for each vertex we take the sum for their degree of v. Okay, so every edge connects two vertices. We can say that every edge connects two vertices. Okay, let's see this statement. Okay, suppose u is one vertex, v is one vertex, and we have edge. Okay, what is this statement? Every edge connects two vertices. So every edge, suppose this is the edge, it connects two vertices u and v. Suppose let's take another vertex, which is w. Okay, again this is the edge. Okay, so that edge also connects two vertices u and w. Okay, so every edge connects two vertices. Okay, so that's why the here multiplication to e is equal to summation of all degree of each vertex. So each edge contributes twice to the total degree count. Okay, why it is uh, contributing twice? Because whenever consider this edge from u to v or v to u. Okay, so this edge, we whenever we take the degree of this vertex, then we can consider this edge 1, and whenever we take the degree of v, whenever we consider degree of v, this edge also contributing. So each edge is contributing twice to the total degree count. Okay. And uh, degree count of all vertices thus both side of equation equal to twice to the number of edges. Okay, so I think so that's why we have this 2e. It is twice to the edges. Okay, I think it is clear to all this handshaking theorem. Then second theorem. Theorem 2. An undirected graph has an even number of vertices of odd degree. Okay, so uh, this is the theorem. An undirected graph has an even number of vertices of odd degree. Okay, so I'll just first explain this terminology. Suppose consider this u, v, w, x. Suppose this is the graph, and these are the edges. Okay, so what is this theorem? An undirected graph has an even number of vertices of odd degree. So let's consider this graph and try to see that whether it is true or false. Okay, so this is undirected graph, and uh, we have to find out the vertices with odd degree for this graph. Okay, so this u is having degree 2 because two vertex are coming to this or going out of this u. So this is not vertices that we try to find out. So u is degree of u is 2. Same way degree of w is also 2. Same way degree of v is also 2. Degree of x is also 2. So vertices of odd degree, no any vertices of odd degree is there, so that means 0. Okay, but suppose we add one edge to this graph, then uh, then try to find out. So degree of u is now 3. Okay, so degree of u is 3, degree of x is 3, degree of w is 2, degree of v is 2. Okay, so an undirected graph has an even number of vertices of odd degree. So now try to calculate or try to count the number of vertices with odd degree. So there are two vertices with odd degree, u and x. Okay, that means undirected graph has even number of, so here two number of vertices with odd degree. Okay, so the theorem become uh, is satisfied in this example. Suppose we add one more edge to this graph. Okay, by adding one more edge to this graph, w to v, now the degree is changed. So degree of w is 3, degree of v is 3. Okay, now count the number of vertices with odd degree. So there are 4 vertices, that means 4 is even number of vertices with odd degree. Again, this example is proven to be or this theorem is proven to be a correct one. Okay, so uh, there is one more way to prove that it is. So we'll see that way. So let v1 be vertices of even degree and v2 of odd degree. Okay, v1 vertices of even degree and v2 vertices of odd degree in undirected graph G. G v comma e. V means vertices, e means edges with m edges. So there are m edges. So we can say that 2m is equal to as per the handshaking theorem, v belongs to v, degree of v. Okay, it is equal to, so whenever we so we can divide this into v belongs to v1, degree of v, plus v belongs to v2, degree of v. So let's talk about the odd degree vertices. Okay. Sorry, even degree vertices. So whenever even degree vertices is there, then the degree means summation of that is also even. Okay, and whenever we consider the odd degree vertices, so in that case we need to have even number. Without even number we cannot have uh, the answer, which is 2m. 2m is, okay, let's see over here. Okay. Suppose m is 10 or any number we can take 11. Let's say m is equal to 11. Okay, and uh, we want we have to consider even degree vertices as a 3. Okay, so 3 vertices is having even degree. So even degree means 2 2 2. So total 6 is there for the even. So addition 2 plus 2 plus 2, which is 6, and odd degree vertices remaining are the summation. When we consider that, will that become a odd degree. Okay, so we can the remaining thing is for this build, and that is our interest. Okay, so 2m, m is 11, so it becomes 22. Okay, is equal to 6 plus and the odd degree vertices are 3 plus, so remaining 22 minus 6 is 22 minus 14. Okay, so I think this example is not, we'll take the example afterwards. Right now you just think that this is the theorem. Okay, 2m is equal to v belongs to v degree of vertices, and v belongs to v1 degree of v plus v belongs to v2 degree of v. Okay, so this is the theorem. In latter part we'll try to prove that theorem, but right now this is not the proper example. We'll see afterward that example. Okay, then theorem about the directed graph. Okay, so out degree u is equal to in degree, and it is equal to number of edges. Okay, so this is the theorem. Out degree is equal to in degree is equal to number of edges. The first sum counts the number of outgoing edges, so this counts the number of outgoing edges. Then this sum counts number of incoming edges. And it follows both sum equal to the number of edges in the graph. So when we consider this out degree, in degree, and it is equal to the total number of edges in the graph. Okay, so this is in degree, out degree, it is equal to the number of edges in the graph. Okay, now we'll see the corollary. Corollaries are important, what we can say, important founding related to that concept. So corollary 1, if G1 graph 1 is a regular graph, then degree of each vertex is or if G1 is the regular graph with degree of each vertex is k, then k into number of vertices is equal to 2 into number of edges. Okay, so here we can say k is degree of each vertex, v is number of vertices in a graph, is number of edges in a graph. Okay, so we can see take one example for this corollary. Complete graph means, okay, so these are the nodes. Complete in a complete graph, so the definition of complete graph is each node in the graph is connected with each other. Okay, so this node, so consider this one node, it is connected to all nodes. This is one node, it is connected to all other nodes. Okay, now we have to see this corollary. What is the degree if G is the regular graph with degree of each vertex is k? So degree of each vertex here is 3. So for this vertex degree is 3, for this vertex degree is 3, for this vertex degree is 3, for this vertex degree is 3. Okay, for all 4 vertex degree is 3. Okay, k now then k is equal to 3. Then how many number of vertex are there? 4. Then how many edges are there? So that we compute by using this formula and then we cross check. So 3 into 4 is equal to 2 into number of edges. So 12 divided by 2 which is 6. So then E is equal to number of edges is equal to 6. Okay, so we try to find out whether the number of edges are 6 or not. So we'll start from this and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Okay, so 6 edges are there. So that means it satisfies the corollary 1. Again we'll take one more example. So complete graph, this is one node, this is another node. So this is the complete graph. Each node is connected with other node. Okay, so what is k here? K is equal to 2. Then so we have to first write down the formula. K into number of vertices is equal to 2 into number of edges. Okay, so k is equal to 2 number of vertices, so we can write over here v is equal to 3. So 2 into 3 is equal to 2 into edges. Okay, 6 divided by 2 is 3. So now count the, okay, 6 divided by 2 is equal to E. Then E is equal to 3. So now count the edges 1, 2 and 3. Okay, so this satisfies the corollary 1. Okay, so from this we have understand two concepts. One is complete graph and the corollary one, which is if G is a regular graph with degree of each vertex is k, then k into number of vertices is equal to 2 into number of edges. Okay, then corollary 2. Corollary 2, in a graph G, degree of each vertex is at least k. So here we are not considering the graph, complete graph. Here we are considering any graph. Okay, so k into v is less than is equal to 2 into for any graph, okay, other than complete graph. Okay, so suppose this is the graph, example graph is this. There are 4 nodes or 4 vertices, and so the nodes are a, b, c, d. 4 nodes are there. Then k, okay. So k, so here degrees 2, degrees 3, degrees 2, degrees 3. Okay, so in a graph G, degree of each vertex is at least k. Okay, then so we can say k is equal to 2 into v is less than is equal to okay, here we can say uh, here degree of vertex greater than is equal to k. uh, Here we can say that k should be at least 2 or more. So when we consider the minimum degree, which is 2, so 2 into number of vertices are 4, and let's take less than is equal to 2 into number of edges are 5. Okay, so 8 less than is equal to 10, so that means it is true. Okay, at least k means 2 should be there, and greater than 2 is allowed, because so here degree of v for these 2 vertices degrees are 3, but at least 2 should be there, at least 2 is required. Okay, now we can use these corollaries while solving the problem. Now see that the next problem question. Question 1. Okay. An undirected connected graph has 27 edges. Six vertices of degree 2, then 3 vertices of degree 4, and remaining vertices degree 3. Okay, find the number of vertices in the graph. Here edges are given. Find the number of vertices in the graph. Okay, so we have to consider the handshaking theorem. So what is the handshaking theorem? So we have to go for the handshaking. We need to see that what is the handshaking theorem. 2e is equal to summation of all the vertices degree. So handshaking theorem, 2e is equal to summation of vertices of degree of all vertex. Okay, so here what is given? We have given the edges. So firstly try to list down the things given is edges is equal to 27, and we have given that different vertices with their degrees. Okay, so the degree we have to take the summation of all that vertices. So 6 vertices of degree 2, 6 into 2, then 3 vertices of degree 4, and remaining vertices. So the remaining vertices we assume it as a 6 x. Okay, so 3 into remaining vertices are x, and is 27. 27 into 2 is 54. So 2 into 27. So we have to solve this equation. So 54 is equal to 12 plus 12 plus 3x. Okay, 24 minus 54. Okay, now we can take this 54 minus 24 is equal to 3x. So x we take here 30 divided by, so 54 minus 24 is 30 divided by 3, then x is equal to 10. Okay, so what is the question asked here? Question is asked like find the number of vertices in the graph. Okay, so whether we got the answer? No, not yet, because we have just uh, found out the remaining vertices. So to get the answer we need to compute the total vertices. So total vertices are 6 of degree 2 plus, so total vertices is equal to 6 plus 3 vertices of degree 4 plus 10 vertices of degree 3. Okay, so total is 90. Okay, total vertices is 90. So this is the answer of this question. 19, total vertices is equal to 90. Then next question, question 2. An undirected connected graph has 18 edges and all vertices of degree 4. Find the number of vertices. So again we use the handshaking theorem. 2 is equal to summation of all vertices degree. Okay, so we have uh, for all vertices degree is 4. So we assume that uh, there is number x number of vertices and we have total number of edges is 18. So 2 into 18, okay, which is 36. 4 into x, so therefore x is equal to 9. Total 9 vertices are there. Okay, simple. By using handshaking theorem we can solve these questions. Again I'll just repeat this question. An undirected connected graph has 18 edges, that means E is given, and all vertices of degree 4. Okay, so there are uh, vertices, all vertices is of degree 4. So 4 and so we assume that x number of vertices are there. So 4 into x. How we have taken 4 into x? Here it is summation, but suppose 4 into 2, 4 into 3, 4 into 5. So we can uh, add all the terms to the x and we can multiply that by 4. Okay, 4 into x. Okay, same thing means for this summation we have converted that into the multiplication. Simple, means you can understand this one, why we have converted this into, why we have taken this into x. Okay, just show you. Okay, consider this graph. For each vertex degree is 3. Okay, so there are 2e is equal to summation of vertices of their degrees. So for this, suppose there are 4 vertices A, B, C and D. Okay, so for vertex E degree is 3 plus vertex B degree is 3 plus vertex C degree is 3, vertex D degree is 3. That means what we have done here, 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3. How many times we have done that? 4 times. Okay, so 4 into 3. Okay, or 3 into 4. We have done it 3 into 4. Okay, same way we have taken here as the degree is 4. For all vertices we have assumed to be x. Okay, now we'll take the next question. The maximum number of vertices are possible in a simple undirected graph. simple undirected graph with 35 edges and degree of each vertex is at least 3. Of each vertex is at least 3. Okay, so we use the corollary, which is k into v less than is equal to 2 into e. Okay, so k is given at least 3, 3 into number of vertices less than is equal to 2 into 35 is given 2 into 35. Okay, so 3 into number of vertices less than is equal to 70. So v less than is equal to 70 by 3. So 70 by 3 23.33. So as it is in a less than is equal to, we can take this as a 23. So maximum number of vertices are 23. Okay, so this is the problem related to the theorem and corollary. Now we move to the concept. As I have already explained this concept of complete graph, again we can see this concept. Complete graph. Kn is the simple graph. Simple graph means there is no loop, no parallel edges. That contains exactly one edge. Between each pair of distinct vertices. Kn is a simple graph that contains exactly one edge between each pair of distinct vertices. So suppose we have only one vertices, we call it as a k1. It is also called as isolated vertices. Okay, and its degree is 0. Then two vertices, it is called as k2. It is connected, means exactly one edge between each pair of vertices. So here there is no other vertices, so we cannot connect it with the edge. Loop is not allowed in simple graph, so that's why it is a isolated graph, and here we have only one edge between these two nodes or two vertices, and it is also called as k2. Then k3, exactly one edge. So consider this or this consider this node or vertices exactly one edge between each pair of vertices. So again consider this one, this is connected with all other vertices. Consider this one, this is connected to all other vertices. Okay, so this is about the complete graph. Then next is cycle. Cn, where n greater than is equal to 3 consists of n vertices. V1 to Vn, V1, V2, V3 to Vn, and edges V1, V2, V2, V3 dot 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 Vn, V1. That means the last vertex is again connected to the first one. Okay, so same we can see here. Suppose this is V1, this is V2, this is V3. So V1 to V2 is one edge, V2 to V3 is another edge, V3 to V1 is another edge. So that is called as cycle and it is C3. Again, suppose there are four edges, V1, V2, V3 and V4. So V1 to V2 edge is there, V2 to V3 one edge is there, V3 to V4 one edge is there, and V4 to V1 one more edge is there. So that is called as C4. Again one more example we take 5. So this is V1, this is V2, this is V3, V4, V5. Okay, so V1 to V2 one edge is there, V2 to V3 one edge is there, V3 to V4 edge is there, V4 to V5 edge is there, and V5 to V1 edge is there. So that is C5 cycle. Then wheels. Okay, so wheels Wn obtained by adding additional vertex to Cn, obtained by adding one vertex to Cn, that means cycle, and connecting all vertices to the new vertex, and connecting all vertices to this new vertex by new edges, to this new vertex by new edges. Okay, so again we take the C3. So Wn is obtained by adding one vertex to the Cn and connecting all vertices to this new vertex by new edges. So suppose we add one more vertex here and we connect this vertex by new edges. Okay, so this is called as wheel and it is W3. Again we consider this W4. This is C4 and we add one more vertex to this C4. It is called as W4. C5. So we add one more vertex here and it is called as W5. Okay. So after the wheels concept, we consider the bipartite graph. So in a simple graph G, if V can be positioned in two disjoint sets, if V vertices can be in two disjoint sets, V1 and V2, such that every edge in a graph connects a vertex in V1 and a vertex in V2. So suppose we have multiple vertices and that we have divided into two parts, and these are the three vertices in V1 and four vertices in V2. Okay, so these are the two disjoint sets V1 and V2, and every edge in a graph connects vertex in. So suppose this is a edge, it connects to the vertex V1 and in a vertex V2. Okay, so every edge in a graph connects a vertex in V1 and a vertex in V2. Okay, so suppose this is the bipartite. We have multiple edges also here. We cannot allow to connect V1 vertex from V. We cannot allow to connect vertex from V1. Okay, so here that means we cannot allow to connect these vertices. Okay, so this is called as bipartite graph. Okay, then next is complete bipartite graph. comma n is the graph that has its vertex set partitioned into two subsets, similar to bipartite graph of m and n vertices respectively. There is an edges between two vertices of one vertex is in first subset and other vertex is in second subset. Okay, so KMN is the graph that has its vertex set partitioned into two subsets. So this is the m, here m is equal to 2 and n is equal to 3. So it has partitioned into 2 and 3 subsets and vertices respectively. There is an edge between two vertices if and only if one vertex is in first subset and other vertex in second subset. So there is an edge between edge if and only if one vertex is in one subset and first subset and other vertex in other subset. So we have these edges from one subset to another subset. So here also we have okay. So this is called as K23, K2 comma 3. Similarly, we have 3. So first connects to all 3. Second is connecting to all 3. Third is connected to all 3. Okay. So this m is equal to 3, n is equal to 3. We call it as a K33. Okay. So this is the complete bipartite graph. Then next is complement of a graph. Okay, so The definition of the complement of the graph is, let G be a simple graph with n vertices. Now the complement of G denoted by G bar is also a simple graph. So no loop is allowed and no parallel edges in a simple graph whose vertices are same as that of G. Okay, so G bar is having same vertices as that of G. Okay, let G be a simple graph with n vertices. Now the complement of G is denoted by G bar is also a simple graph whose vertices are same as that of G, but an edge Vi Vj belongs to G bar if and only if Vi to Vj, edge between Vi vertex Vi to Vj is not belongs to G. Okay, that means suppose this is the simple graph. If suppose this is G, then G bar is also using same set of vertices. So G bar is also using same set of vertices. So let's call it as a B, C, D. G bar is also having same set of vertices A, B, C, D. Okay, as here, whose vertices are same as that of G. So suppose this is G and we are trying to find out G bar. There is one more condition, Vi comma Vj belongs to G if and only if Vi Vj is not belonging to G bar. So that means these three edges are not there in the G bar. So we can use this, and lastly D to C. Okay. So this is the G bar. Okay. And whenever we combine this G and G bar, we get a complete graph. So it is equal to A, B, C, D. Okay. So if G is a simple graph, I think this complement of graph concept is clear to you. That means if this edge is present in a G, this will not be a part of G bar. Okay, or if it is present in a G bar, it will not be part of G. That is called as complement of a graph. Okay, so now if G is a simple graph with n vertices, then number of edges in G E of G plus or number of edges E of G E of G bar is equal to E of Kn. That means complete graph is equal to n into n minus 1 by 2. Okay, so this is the formula for the complete graph to find out the edges of complete graph. Okay, so let's take example. So let G be a simple graph with 10 vertices and 31 edges. Find the edges in G bar. Okay, so we know that number of edges in G plus number of edges in G bar is equal to number of edges in complete graph, which is equal to n into n minus 1 by 2. So here now n is number of vertices. Okay, so here it is given that 31 edges. G be a simple graph, so here edges given are 31 and n is equal to 10. It is given, so 31 plus E of G bar is equal to 10 into 10 minus 1 by 2. Okay, 45. So E of G bar is equal to 45 minus 31, which is, so number of edges in G bar is equal to 40. Okay, very simple one. We have just applied that into that particular formula. Then second question, here it is given that E of G is equal to 35 and E of G bar. Okay, same example is there that E of G bar is equal to 43. Find number of vertices. Okay, so this is the question. We know that E of G plus E of G bar to n into n minus 1 . Okay, so you can solve this problem. You just have to use the equation and we have to find out the values.